Cool. You said you're rolling? Hey, what up, y'all? I'm here with Maddy Smith. Not only is Maddy a stand-up comedian, but she's made her debut on MTV's Wildn N Out on season 14, and she continues to work with them.
Clips, you're walking around like you're the best, looking like DJ Khaled without the success.
And what's really great is that Maddy decided to use her social media page to promote the injustices that are going on with Black lives. And she's used her page to have a voice and to say certain things about it that I really want to get into a little bit later. But we're gonna start off with your journey into comedy and your journey into Wildn N Out.
Okay.
So, stand-up comedy.
Yes.
When did you start stand-up comedy?
I started in New York City a little over 4 years ago.
Okay.
Just going around doing mics.
Are you from New York?
No, I'm from Buffalo.
So did you move here for comedy?
No, I moved here for a job, and then I had like no friends, and I was like, I need an art to do.
Now I'll drink like once a month, go to a party. All it takes is one sip of wine for me to be like, oh, hey guys, who should I fuck here? And my mom's like, it's a family party.
Wildn N Out. What's the process to Wildn N Out
Yes.
and the journey that people don't know about?
What people don't know is there was like an open casting for Wildn N Out season 14, and I submitted with roast battles because it's a roast show.
So
and
it's
I have a bunch of on YouTube.
Online casting. You just send it in online submission.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, you look like you'd be a good fit. Come on down. So
I just want to say that Kim is so pretty for a comedian. And Kim looks like she'd asked to add an Instagram filter to a mugshot.
And you go in when you audition, and Nick Cannon's right there in the middle. He's got his turban on, and his producers are on the side of him. And they're like,
this turban.
they're like, you stand on the X and show us your stuff.
Just go.
Heart racing.
Go.
You got the body type of an ice cream cone. You look like you swallow because you need testosterone.
So then I just did some bars against Big Mac, who's already on the show. Some fat bars.
The fat boy.
Yeah. They laughed, and they're like, why don't you come back for a callback?
Nice.
Which was the same day, which was where everyone who got a call back did the two-team Wild Style, which, as you know, the Wild Style is the last part of every episode of Wildn N Out.
Yeah.
It's like
and
Nick's
the footage
favorite
is
game.
out. The footage is out because was it the first time that he decided to do the footage where you could actually watch the audition process?
I think so.
It was like a special.
I think it was the first open casting where they were like, Nick's going around the country.
Yeah.
So it's time to take our fans behind the scenes and see who will become the next Wildn N Out star.
So I saw your followers grow.
Yeah.
From I think 6 to 35.
Literally like almost 40,000 now.
I saw it happen.
Yeah.
So transitioning into something serious.
Yeah.
I noticed, and as a white girl, you've been posting a lot about the Black Lives Matter movement, and I want to say the Black Lives Matter movement because it's more than Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And the things that you've been posting. And it was even before George Floyd's death, but since George Floyd's death, you've been active as hell.
Yeah.
What made you, and I want to get into like specifics, I want to get into a post you posted.
Okay.
So what made you decide to use your page to promote and to bring that voice out?
I think it's a variety of things, but when we started quarantine, I had what you said, like the 6,000 followers.
Yeah.
It blew up, feeling pretty useless. The whole I'm like, I got all these followers. I could have been on a roll.
Yeah.
With everything going on. But then once the George Floyd thing happened, I was like, okay, now I can use this more for, because you know when you get a big following in stand-up, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna tour, I'm gonna post stand-up clips. I'm like, I'm trying to do like funny videos, but I'm in quarantine. It's dead zone.
You're basically in your house.
Right. But then once the protests started happening, I was like, I have 40,000 people.
Yeah.
If I still had the 6,000, I'd be like, I don't know how much I'm helping versus just like putting stuff into clogging up the streams, you know? But now it's like, okay.
But that's huge to me that you decided to take, I don't think a lot of people think that way.
Yeah.
So the fact that you did and said, I have these 40,000 people, I'm just sitting around, why not use it for something beneficial?
Literally.
And to choose this.
Yeah.
And coming from a white girl is big to me. And you got my phone? I want to say the specific post and what made you tweet this. If I could, now I have to go through this whole thing.
And I also say that
it.
being on Wildn N Out,
Uh-huh.
I can't be silent during this if I'm on.
If you're on a platform like Wildn N Out,
Yeah.
which is a
How am I going to be on a show
it's
run
an
by
urban
Nick
show.
Cannon
It's an urban audience.
and be like, I just don't.
But
align
you
with
could have
that.
stayed quiet.
I could have.
You could have stayed quiet.
that
I
feels-
don't think staying quiet would have looked like
Right.
you're not.
Right.
So, but you
But
still chose
What's more useful is
Yeah.
posting stuff
Yeah.
or staying quiet.
posting for sure.
There's a lot of posts that are like, it's kind of like two-sided. It's like white people, it's on you to do the work now, versus white people shut the fuck up.
Is that
and
how
I'm kind
you
of
see
leaning
it?
toward the white person.
That's how you see it.
Share shit.
That's great.
Don't share. You know what? What white people shouldn't do is kind of like talk and say, here's where my privilege, like that kind of stuff. But share the resources.
Yeah.
Post about black artists, photographers, businesses that you know.
That's what the white community should do.
Not,
that's
we don't want your take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
want.
Take the stance and
work.
don't make it about you.
No.
Make it about
please.
what's going on.
I'm begging you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cute. So this post, this is where it started for me, where I saw your page, and I don't want to say that I'm proud because.
I know.
Who am I to
That's
be
the
proud
other thing
of
is
you?
like, don't thank me because it takes a second to be like.
Yeah, but when you did post it, I was happy.
Yeah.
I looked at it and said, you know what? It's people like you that when they decide to post and use their voice, this is when change is gonna happen.
Totally.
So when I saw this post specifically, it said, if you don't know what to do with your words, just donate. Your credit card is saved on all your devices. You know it's easy.
Yeah.
That was a tweet, and then you posted it on Instagram.
Yeah, and that was like a few days after the protests in Minneapolis started.
Yeah.
Twitter was going wild, white people saying, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, how do I help? What? Just literally, everyone needs money. I used to work at a nonprofit, and people would be like, how can I help? Literally just send money.
Donate. Send money.
It's the way you can hire more people. It's the way they can get people out of jail for protesting. The thing at Wendy's, where the guy got shot in the fucking back. Oh, well, he was drunk. He used the taser. No one should be shot in the fucking back in a Wendy's. Yeah.
So I love that you posted that. We're done.
problem.
We're shouting out. You want to do some shout outs? Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to my sister, my dad. Happy Father's Day is tomorrow.
Happy Father's
Send
Day.
him a gift basket of food.
Right.
And my mom.
And your mom.
I guess. And my boyfriend.
And the boyfriend. We gonna say his name?
Andrew.
Andrew. Shout out to you, Andrew. There you have it. We just sat here with Maddy Smith. Continue to follow her if you already don't. The information is going to be right here. She's on season 14 Wildn N Out that aired. Now season 15 Wildn N Out. You can catch her also all over New York City once everything opens up.
Yes.
I'm sure that you're going to see her doing stand-up again.
Yeah.
Roast battles?
Yeah,
You think?
I'm a little bit retired, but
the roast battles?
someday I'll come back. Yeah.
Someday
Mostly stand-up,
she'll put the jersey back on and do roast battles.
Get
But
the
right now,
belt.
you'll catch her anywhere doing stand-up comedy once this New York City opens back up. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. It was great. Had a good time. All right, pound it. Can't touch it. 6 feet. We'll see you guys next time.
If my dad was George Floyd or looked like George Floyd, I would be fucking
Exactly.
outraged.
Yep.
So how can all these people
Yeah.